Hey guys, welcome back for another video. What we're going to do today is we're going to look at every MLB game we have coming up for Saturday, April 12th. We're going to completely break down these matchups and we're going to try to predict the outcome. Who's going to win, who's going to lose, and also we'll take a look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. If you're a baseball fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We're going over every game, every single day. We have 15 games in total today. We have to look at the rosters, pitching staffs, break down these matchups, and try to get that outcome right. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're a baseball fan. If you're a sports fan, don't forget we also have college football, spring football going on right now. We have the NFL draft coming up. We cannot wait for football season to come back. But first things first, though, it's still baseball season, and we have a season at full steam right now. It's getting really good. We are 3 weeks in, 15 games. Let's get started running through all these matchups right now. The very first one we have kicking things off 2:10 p.m. We're going to have the 8-5 Detroit Tigers visiting the 4-10 Minnesota Twins. We did pick the Tigers to win the matchup yesterday. The Tigers just won that one. What was it? Like a 7-6 game, a very close game, very high scoring game. We said the game was going to be high scoring because both of these offenses were due for an explosion. Right now, the Tigers on the road, they have a 49.5% chance to win this game. The Twins have a 50.5% chance to win this game. The Tigers have been a surprise pleasure so far this season, having a great opening this season. Twins, not so much. Sitting at 4-9, this is a team that has underperformed so far. Yes, we're only in our third week, but you got to get things on track, and you got to do so soon. Right now, the Tigers are averaging 4.9 runs a game, hitting .261. Their team ERA is 3.5. They can hit, they can pitch. Right now, the Twins are averaging 3.4 runs a game, hitting .199. They got to get guys on base. They have to generate some type of runs, and they're giving up 4.05 runs per game. Looking at our pitching matchup, we have Joby right now going for the Tigers. Young pitcher. He only has 2 career starts to his name in Major League Baseball. And on the other side, you have Chris Paddock going for the Twins' career 4.55 ERA guy. As of right now, his ERA is obviously awful, 14.73, but that number is going to come down. Looking at this matchup, this is a tough matchup here because the Tigers are cruising on offense, but I'm going to go with the Twins to finally end this losing streak, to pull off the win here, going with the +1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. In our very next game is a National League on National League game at 2:15 p.m. We have the 8-5 Philadelphia Phillies here versus the 5-7 St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals pulled off the upset yesterday. They were able to beat Nola. They won that game 2-0. They were able to stifle the Phillies offense. The Phillies, a lot of people have them competing in the National League, potentially making it to the World Series this season. They have one of the best lineups in baseball. They have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball. Right now, you have the Phillies on the road, 53.2% chance to win this game. St. Louis, a 46.8%. Phillies are 1.5 run favorites. The over in here is 7.5. Philadelphia, they have the offense. They have the pitching. They're averaging 4.9 runs a game, hitting .265, 3.58 team ERA. And for St. Louis, really good offense so far. 6 runs a game, hitting .278, but they're giving up a lot of runs, 5.24 runs per game. The pitching matchup, you have Sanchez going for the Phillies for his career. He's just under 4 career ERA guy. This is the type of guy, very decent pitcher, very consistent pitcher, but he's the type of guy you want back of the rotation guy. Phillies are very deep with their starting rotation, and for the Cardinals, they have Miles Mikolas going. As of right now for his career, a 4.5 career ERA. Awful start to the season, 11.25, 8 innings, 13 hits, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. Those aren't the best numbers so far, but obviously he's going to get a little things more under control. But still, he gives up the long ball. He's always susceptible to home runs, leaves the ball over the plate. That's going to sit perfectly right now for a Phillies lineup that is due for an offensive explosion. Schwarber leading the way right now with 6 home runs, and he's hitting .280. Cardinals very deep. Herrera, Donovan, Arenado, they're getting a lot of production from their batting order, but I'm looking for the Phillies to pull this one out, to win this one, cover the spread, and I'm also going to go with the over here. And then what's setting up to be a really good game, the NL versus AL matchup on Fox Sports 1 at 3:05 p.m., the 10-3 San Francisco Giants. What a start for the Giants so far this season. The NL West, very deep division, probably the deepest, most competitive division right now in all of Major League Baseball. They'll be playing the 7-6 New York Yankees. Right now, the Yankees, a lot of people are giving them a shot to win this game. 54.7% chance to win. The Giants, a 45.3% chance. You have the Yankees coming in here. They are, again, the favorites. 1.5 run favorites over in here is 7.5. We had the Giants winning it yesterday. The Yankees, their big thing coming into this season was they might have had the best rotation in baseball. They lost Garrett Cole, and still, They have one of the best top-to-bottom rotations in baseball, but so far, it has not been firing on all cylinders. They're scoring a lot of runs, but they're giving up just as many runs. Right now, the Giants playing really good baseball. They're getting on base, stealing bases, generating runs, but it's been their starting pitching so far, dominating throughout the season. Right now, the Giants are averaging 4.8 runs a game, hitting .228. Their team ERA is 2.78. Flores right now, 5 home runs. For the Yankees, they're averaging 6.8 runs a game. They have no problem getting guys in the score, but they're just going to give up those runs. They're hitting .265. They're giving up 4.44 runs per game. Goldschmidt, he's been a pleasant surprise so far this season. Right now, he's hitting .360. And Judge is doing Judge things, 20 RBIs, 6 home runs, hitting .347. You have Will Warren going for the Yankees, young guy for his career, a 5 ERA. As of right now, so far this season, it sits at 6. And then you have Hicks going for the Giants, very young pitcher. His ERA right now is 2.3, 11.1 innings, 11 strikeouts. This is a chance for the Yankees to take advantage of the young pitcher. But are the Giants also in turn going to be able to take advantage of the Yankees? I'm going to go with the Yankees actually getting the win. Look for Judge to have a big game. They cover the spread, and I'm going to go with the over. And this game was actually canceled yesterday, but at 4:05 p.m. we have the 8-6 Toronto Blue Jays playing the 5-8 Baltimore Orioles. Right now, the Orioles have a 57.5% chance to win. Toronto has a 42.5% chance to win. And you have Baltimore at home, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. Toronto. Looking at this lineup, this is a very stacked lineup top to bottom. Jimenez. Springer is still hitting in the 400s. He's hitting .429. They have Bichette, Vlad Guerrero Jr. They're averaging 3.8 runs a game, hitting .257. But it's that pitching, giving up 3.32 runs per game. This is a AL East division matchup. These teams both want to get the jump right now. The Yankees are down. The division is still up for grabs. Baltimore, they're averaging 4.2 runs a game. Very good young lineup. It's the pitching that's been a concern since the offseason. They can score runs, but they're giving up too many runs. It's the same problem as the Yankees. They're hitting .241. They're giving up 4.54 runs per game. With this pitching matchup here, you have Bowden Francis going for Toronto. Right now, his ERA, 3.18, 11.1 innings, 8 hits, 10 strikeouts, 5 walks. Got to get the ball over the plate. You want to keep these runs down versus the Baltimore Orioles because the Orioles are very capable of scoring runs in bunches. And they have Sagano going for them, one of their best pitchers. Dominating season so far. 1-1, 2.89 ERA, 9.1 innings. He has 5 strikeouts. He's keeping the walks down, keeping the hits down. He's only given up 1 home run so far. He's the go-to guy that you want to get things on track for the Orioles. They are 5-8. They are at least a 500 team. I have the Orioles winning this game. I have them covering the spread, but I'm going to go with the under. I think it's a little bit of a lower scoring matchup. This was our second to last game yesterday. This was a very late game. At 4:05 p.m., we're going to have the 9-4 New York Mets, who have really hit their stride right now. They've won 8 of their 9 last games. They'll be playing the Athletics, who sit at 5-9. Right now, the A's have a 41.4% chance to win this game at home. The Mets have a 58.6%. Everything's going for the Mets. They are finally starting to hit. They're finally starting to score some runs. And Pete Alonso, he's having a great season so far. He leads this team. He's hitting .378, 4 home runs, 18 RBIs. You haven't even gotten Soto and Lindor going. Once this batting order gets going, this is a top 5 batting order top to bottom. Right now, they're averaging 3.8 runs a game, hitting .210. They still lead Major League Baseball for team ERA, 2.10. Right now, the A's are averaging 4.3 runs a game, hitting .242. They're giving up 5.12 runs per game. Yes, the Mets aren't lighting things up on offense yet. If the A's give them opportunities, they are going to score, and you definitely don't want to throw a ball down the middle of the plate to Pete Alonso right now. Looking at the pitching matchup for the Mets, they're going to have David Peterson going. He's one of those guys. He can have a high, he can have a low. So far this season, he's been on point. 1-0, 2.53 ERA for his career. He's in the 3s, but sometimes he has an awful start. He's probably due for a bad start right now, but he's shown that he is pitching really well, and the Mets bullpen spot on Diaz, not having the best start to the season, but still has no blown saves, 10.2 innings, 12 strikeouts, 8 walks. That's almost a walk per inning. You got to have some control there. Right now, we don't even know who's going to be starting the game for the A's. That does not sit well for me. Mets are 1.5 run favorites. Over here is 9.5. I have to go with the sure thing because we at least know who's starting for the Mets. I'm going to go with the Mets to win this game, cover the spread. I think there might be some runs here. I'm going to go with the over. And then at 4:10 p.m., we're going to have the 6-7 Washington Nationals coming off a win, playing the 6-7 Miami Marlins. Both these teams preseason were picked to finish dead last in the NL East. So far, they've had pretty decent starts to the season. Right now, you have the Marlins 48.2% chance to win this game. Washington having a very competitive year so far, 51.8% chance to win on the road. But it's the Marlins who are the Vegas favorites, 1.5 run favorites. Over in here, 7.5. Washington, they're averaging 4.4 runs a game, hitting .235. Their team ERA is 4.59 for the Marlins. They're averaging 3.6 runs a game, hitting .238, and having really good starting pitching so far. They're averaging 3.68 runs per game, and they have Sandy Alcantara nodding this game. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball when he's pitching, when he's fully healthy. The guys won a Cy Young before. He's their ace. He's the guy to get this team back on track, and you have Trevor Williams right now going for the Nationals. So far for Williams, 5.4 ERA, and for Sandy Alcantara, 3.72, 9.2 innings, 11 strikeouts, keeping the hits down, keeping the walks down. He's only given up 1 home run. He's a dominant pitcher. I see him having a great performance today. The Marlins win it. They cover the spread, and I'm going to go with the under. Very low-scoring game. In our next game, 4:10 p.m., the 3-10 Atlanta Braves versus the 6-7 Tampa Bay Rays. Right now, the Rays, they continue to have a great pitching performance. They were able to pull off the win yesterday versus the Braves, but do not underestimate the Atlanta Braves. Yes, they're 3-10. This has been about as bad of a start as it could have been for them, but some people had them picked to win the World Series this season. This is a really good team. This is a really good lineup. They've just in no way gotten things on track at the same time. Right now, the Braves are the underdogs. Rays 1.5 run favorites. Over here is 8.5. The Rays a 61.9% chance to win. Atlanta a 38.1% chance to win on the road. They need this win though. They don't want to drop to 3-11. They don't want the mountain to keep getting higher. Right now, the Braves are averaging 3.1 runs a game. That's awful. They're hitting .215, giving up 4.39 runs per game. They're not hitting well. They're not pitching well. For the Rays, they're averaging 3.6 runs a game, hitting .252, 15 steals so far. They're averaging 3.75 runs per game. They have a very consistent pitcher going. They have Drew Rasmussen going for the Rays for his career, 2.89 ERA. So far this season, it's .9. That doesn't bode well for the Braves, who they are having struggling getting guys across the bases. Right now, they have Smith Shawver going. His ERA for this season, 5.19. Younger pitcher, doesn't have that many starts to his name versus a young veteran with Rasmussen. I hate to say this for Braves fans, but I'm going to go with the Rays to win this one. I'm going to go with them covering the spread, but I'm going to go with the under here. And at 4:10 p.m., you have the 7-8 Boston Red Sox on the road here versus the 3-10 Chicago White Sox. The Chicago White Sox, of all teams, put it on the Red Sox yesterday. The Sox versus the Sox. They won it 11-1. This team's been having a lot of issues scoring the ball. They had 0 issues yesterday. They beat the crap out of the Red Sox. But can they do it 2 games in a row? Right now, the White Sox, 46.4% chance to win. Boston has a 53.6% chance to win. Boston's 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5. Boston averaging 5.1 runs a game. The offense started out really slow the last week, but it's been coming on the last few weeks. They're hitting .255. They have really good pitching so far, 3.86 ERA. The White Sox also have really good pitching this season, 3.96 ERA for the team, but they're only averaging 2.9 runs a game, hitting .199, and still they won yesterday 11-1. You have to watch those really lopsided games whenever a team has a 70% chance to win. That scares the crap out of me because they're going to underestimate the other team, and the other team's going to be due to have a good game. That's what happened to the White Sox yesterday. They're going to have Perez going for the White Sox versus Richard Fitts. Richard Fitts, young pitcher, but for his career, about a 3 ERA. So far this season, it's 4.5. Perez looking really good, .73 ERA so far this season, 12.1 innings, 13 strikeouts, has yet to give up a home run, only 4 hits. That's basically 1 hit every 3 innings. Great start to the season, but I got to go with the Red Sox to win this one, get things back on track. They cover the spread, going to go with the over. And at 6:10 p.m., we're going to have the 7-7 Kansas City Royals here versus the 7-6 Cleveland Guardians. What a close game this is. This is practically, to me, a 50-50 matchup. This game's a pick-em. These teams are in the same division. These teams have similar records. Both teams cannot afford to lose this one. You want the leg up in this division. Right now, the Royals, 41.7% chance to win. Cleveland has a 58.3% chance. Cleveland's 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5. Cleveland won this game convincingly yesterday. 7-0. Right now, KC, looking at this team, this is not a bad team, but they are struggling to score runs. But their pitching has kept every game low scoring, has kept every game close. They're averaging 3.5 runs a game, hitting .221, 2.97 ERA for this team. Very, very good pitching staff. For Cleveland, they're averaging 3.7 runs a game, hitting .212, and they're giving up 3.93 runs per game. Cleveland's going to have Ortiz going so far 8.44 ERA this season, but for his career, he's in the 3, so look for that number to come down, but he's giving up a lot of hits, 16 hits so far through 10 innings. You got to get some strikeouts here, only 5 strikeouts. And for the Royals, they have Lorenzen going right now, 3.18 ERA, 11.1 innings, 10 strikeouts. I'm going to go with KC getting the upset win here, winning this game, having a very close record to the Guardians. They win this one, going with the +1.5, going to go with the over. And then at 6:40 p.m., we're going to have the 5-9 Pittsburgh Pirates visiting the 6-8 Cincinnati Reds. The Reds were able to pull this win off yesterday. Very close win. The Reds have been pitching really well. They're not scoring runs, but they used to be in the runs per game, but now they are up to 3.7 runs a game, so they're starting to get that hitting going. Right now, the Pirates, 39.6% chance to win Cincinnati, a 60.4% chance. They're 1.5-run favorites. The over-under here is 8.5 for Pittsburgh. They're averaging 3.5 runs a game, hitting .198. They have 21 steals. They are generating a lot of base pass steals. Right now, they're giving up 4.38 runs per game. Cincinnati, 3.7 runs a game, hitting .206. They're giving up 3.15. When you have that pitching staff, you're going to keep this game down. That means that you only need about 4 to 5 runs usually to win a game if you are the Reds. The Reds have Abbott going. Young pitcher, doesn't have a start so far this season, but last season finished with a 3.55 ERA. And for the Pirates, they have Heaney going so far a 1.5 ERA, 12 innings, 12 strikeouts. That's why this game kind of scares me a little bit, because what's going to be the performance? Abbott's arm is cold. Pirates are rested. They have a decent pitcher going. I'm going to go with the Pirates to pull off the upset here, and this would technically be a massive upset fan vote-wise. Pirates win this one, going with the +1.5, going to go with the over. And at 7:10 p.m., we're going to have the 8-5 LA Angels. What a start to the season for them. A lot of people were picking this team to finish, second or third to last in their division, but so far they've been playing really good baseball. They've been generating a lot of runs. Pitching staff's been pretty decent so far this year, but it's been that offense coming out of nowhere that's been carrying this team. They'll be playing the 6-7 Houston Astros, who won this game big yesterday, 14-3 win. The Astros bats needed that performance bad. They were struggling on offense, but they finally showed some life yesterday. Right now, the Astros 57.3% chance to win. The Angels a 42.7. The Astros are the favorite here at home. 1.5-run favorites. The over-under here is 8.5. For the Angels, they're averaging 5.4 runs a game, hitting .238, giving up 4.17 runs per game. And for Houston, 3.2 runs a game, hitting .208, giving up 3.78. They've had no issues pitching. It's been the offense, but maybe they can turn that performance from yesterday into some momentum going forward. Right now for the Angels, they're going to be going with Tyler Anderson, 4.5 ERA so far this season, 10 innings, 9 strikeouts. And for the Astros, they're going with Ryan Gusto, 1.13 ERA so far, 8 innings, 9 strikeouts. I'm going to go with the Astros pulling off another back-to-back wins at home. They win this one, they cover the spread, but I'm actually going to go with the under this game. And at 8:10, we're going to have the 8-6 Milwaukee Brewers here versus the 7-7 Arizona Diamondbacks. This is a really interesting game because the Brewers have been playing really good baseball. The Diamondbacks, awful starting pitching so far this season, but they have one of the best top-to-bottom offensive lineups in baseball. They can outscore anyone technically blow for blow. Right now, the Diamondbacks 58.2% chance to win this game. The Brewers a 41.8% chance. And don't forget, the Brewers won this game. They won this game convincingly yesterday, shutting out the Diamondbacks, stifling those bats. Right now, the Diamondbacks 1.5-run favorites. The over here is 8.5. The Brewers are averaging 5.2 runs a game. No issues on offense, hitting .238, giving up 5.4 runs a game. One of the worst pitching staffs so far in baseball, but the season is young. And for the Diamondbacks, averaging 5.5 runs a game, hitting .261, giving up 4.42 runs per game. They have one of their best pitchers going. They're going to have Corbin Burnes going. This is a strikeout pitcher. Not the best start to the season, 5.79 ERA, but we know he's going to finish the season with that number in the threes. 9.1 innings, 11 strikeouts. And then you have Chad Patrick going for the Brewers. Younger pitcher, so So far this seasan, 2.47 ERA, 11 innings, 10 strikeouts. But I'm going to go with the Diamondbacks getting things back on track with their offense. They give Corbin Burnes enough run support. They win this game. They cover the spread. I'm going to go with the over. And at 8:40 p.m., we're going to have the 3-10 Colorado Rockies versus the 11-3 San Diego Padres. Again, one of those extremely deep NL West teams. Right now, the Padres, 67.4% chance to win. Colorado, 32.6% chance to win. San Diego, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5 for the Colorado. Their biggest issue has been struggling to consistently get runs across the plate. They're averaging 3.3 runs a game, hitting 244.89 ERA. Colorado, very, very difficult place to pitch, but they're also pitching bad on the road as well. For San Diego, looking at this team, one of the best top-to-bottom teams, one of the best top-to-bottom lineups, one of the best top-to-bottom starting rotations. They have Tatis Jr., Merrill, Machado. They're averaging 4.4 runs a game, hitting 286, 20 steals, 3.32 ERA. Right now, you're going to have Chase Dollander going for Colorado, 7.2 ERA so far this season, and Kyle Hart for San Diego, 11.12 ERA so far this season. He's the outlier for this pitching staff because pretty much everyone else has been pitching great to start the season, but at least he's going to have a lot of run support. I'm going to go with San Diego winning this game, covering the spread, going with the over. Probably going to be some runs from both teams. And at 9:10 p.m., we're going to have the 9-7 Chicago Cubs wanting their first win of the season versus the Dodgers here versus the 11-4 LA Dodgers. Right now, the Dodgers, 53.3% chance to win this game. The Cubs, 46.7%. Just because it's the Dodgers doesn't mean that Cubs don't have a chance to win. You have to respect the Cubs. They are scoring a lot of runs with their offense. Right now, the Dodgers, they are the favorites, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. For some reason to me, this game seems like it could honestly be a toss-up, could go either way. It's two good offenses playing. The Dodgers probably have the best total team, top to bottom, batting order, pitching staff-wise. They haven't even gotten their bats going yet, and they're still 11-4. Right now, the Cubs, they're averaging 6.4 runs a game, hitting 250, 4.47 ERA, and for the Dodgers, 4.9 runs a game, hitting 230, and their team ERA is at 3.22. They have Sasaki going right now for them. Actually pitched better his last start so far this season. 8.2 innings, 9 strikeouts, but 11 walks, more than 1 walk per inning. He has to get his control down. And then you have Ben Brown going for the Dodgers, 7.71 ERA. If the Dodgers had a pitcher going who is playing a little better so far this season, I would actually pick the Cubs to win this game if they had a different guy pitching. Because I think Sasaki, you could take advantage of him. Young pitcher, be patient at the plate, draw some walks. But with Brown going, younger pitcher, Dodgers hitters might be able to get the edge there. I'm going to go with the Dodgers to win this one. Going to go with them covering the spread. But I could see some runs being scored from both teams, so I'm going to go with the over. And at 9:40, we're going to have the 9-5 Texas Rangers versus the 6-8 Seattle Mariners. Mariners started out the season disappointing, but they've actually kind of gotten things back on track. They got to get that offense going. They have to get Rodriguez hot so that he can carry this team going forward. Right now, Seattle took this game yesterday. They have a 59.5% chance to win. Texas, even though this is a really good team, they have not gotten their bats going. It's been their pitching staff that's been carrying them. But when you look at this lineup, when those bats get hot, they're going to be lighting things up. They're going to make teams pay. They have a 40.5% chance to win. They are the underdog. Seattle, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5 Texas. They're averaging 3.5 runs a game. They're hitting 207. They're giving up 3.47 runs a game. Pitching has been their strong suit so far. Right now, Seattle, 3.4 runs a game, hitting 220 steals, giving up 3.89 runs per game. Right now, for Texas, they're going to be going with Kumar Rocker as their starting pitcher. He's been getting shelled this season, 7.88 ERA. And for Seattle, they're going to go with Brian Wu. So for the season, 3.75, 12 innings, 11 strikeouts, kept the walks down, kept the hits down. I have Seattle, Polanco, Robles, Rodriguez. They have just enough run support to inch out a very close game here. I have them covering the spread. I'm going to go with the over. Guys, that's just our quick predictions and best bets for all of our Major League Baseball games you have for Saturday, April 12th. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, drop them below, and I will respond. Thank you.